it's Regan Sample, your Longmont area real estate agent. I'm with Jennifer Asbury, local mortgage broker, and we're here today to talk about what's going on in our market. It's kind of been changed in the last few months. People are talking about rates, people are talking about prices. So, first question, I'm just going to say to Jennifer, people are talking about rates. Is it a good time to buy? What are you telling them?
Great question, Regan. What I'm seeing is that, yes, rates are higher, but if someone has a payment that is comfortable for them, they find the home of their dreams and they want to buy it, now's a great time to buy. First and foremost, we're seeing a lot of our clients, I work only with buyers, so we're seeing those clients get under contract so much more readily than they were before.
So that's a good point. Like, even a few months ago or this time last year, working with buyers, and I can see that's like feeling so bad for them, especially first-time buyers that want to have that American dream and writing offer after offer.
I'm seeing the first-time buyers, first offer get accepted. I have one right now that's a 60-day contract. Feels like never have happened a couple months ago.
And they're not waiving their inspections.
That's right. That's right. Much more normal and less frenzy for sure.
Yeah.
The second thing that I'll tell you is that with interest rates, yes, they're going up. They've gone down a little bit this last week, which is great news.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that, yes, 2 and 3%, that's something that we've never seen before. 70 years, that was a low time. But the average number of years that someone actually keeps a 30-year mortgage used to be 7 to 8 years. Do you know it's more like 3 to 4 now?
I was going to guess 4 to 5.
Yeah. I mean, I think about my own house. I mean, we're talking in the last 6 years, I've had 2 mortgages. So that's an average of 3, and I think most people would say the same. So, if you're getting into a mortgage today and it's in the 5s, well, it feels high compared to 3s.
Yeah.
But if the payment is comfortable, you're going to see some appreciation most likely.
Sure.
You can tell us about some historic appreciation. What have you seen in the market with appreciation?
Well, the last couple of years have just been really irrational, and like you were saying, with rates being unprecedented low, the appreciation's been ridiculous. And unsustainable, really. It's pricing people out. It's created this unbalanced market. But growing up in this area, like Boulder, Longmont, area, even in the Great Recession, prices didn't go down in this area. They leveled off a little in Longmont. They actually went up in Boulder. Weld County, Greeley, Adams County, those maybe took a little bit of a dip. There's a lot more foreclosures that were there, but people are getting so much equity, like you're saying. If you can get into that house, I've seen this phrase online a lot. You marry the house, you date the rate. And there's different tools that people can have. If it's pay down the rate, if it's if it's adjustable, if that's right. But if you have equity later, then you can come back and refinance that out.
Absolutely.
And you kind of have to weigh that. Like for a buyer, are you waiving all your rights, really, all your protections, and throwing I said to one of my clients last year, I want to make sure that you go in eyes wide open. I hate to feel like you're selling your soul to get this house.
Exactly.
And there was one last year in particular, from our inspection, we said we wouldn't object. And I told them, I was like, I would walk with what you're doing here. And they were so scared because they had missed out on offers, and they're in their house.
So the good news is we're not seeing that quite as much now.
No, it's great.
So much better.
So I'd say definitely, if you've been looking to buy, this is not a time to stop.
Yeah.
Talk to your mortgage person if you don't have one. Talk to Jennifer, but see where you qualify at, because that does kind of affect the rates, affect what you can get approved for.
Exactly.
But someone else, I saw post something. Looking in a forum that I'm in a group, and they were talking about the rate might be, let's say 5. It feels high if you were looking at 3.5 or 4.
Right.
Because it's 20% increase or 25% increase. But at the same time, if you're renting, you can think of that as 100% interest because you are building 0 equity. And if you start making payments now and you start building equity, then you can refinance, you can take a loan and buy another place and rates go down, and rent one. You can start to get some options and take some control.
So, and if that percentage of appreciation is much higher than what you're paying in interest rate, the other thing to consider is that the interest rate, the tax deductibility of interest is still one of our only options from a tax perspective.
Yeah,
and although I'm not a tax advisor, playing on TV, when we're dealing with a 5% rate, the tax effective rate is much less. So it's still a good time to buy, and like I said, rates have we had a little bit of a jump right after the Fed made their announcement with the 0.75 point bump, and rates actually went down a little bit. When that happened, they jumped up again when inflation numbers came out last week, but we're seeing a little bit of a pullback in rates today, so it's great news.
There you go.